What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Typical Tat, aka Tetsuo D. And we have your girl, Yaya the Great One, aka
Vasilisa G.
Oh, okay, so we're back again. And today we had a special treat for y'all. It just didn't work out, but we'll have another special treat for y'all next time.
Next time.
Next time. I feel like we say that a lot.
Yeah, let's just not give them.
Not.
Let's just not give them false dreams, false hope.
This is just a product of miscommunication. But we're learning things. We're new to this industry-ish, kind of. We're not sitting at home.
I'm still regular.
We're not sitting at home on the Anchor app. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, we didn't have to deal with a lot of, this type of stuff. So this one is more, there's more going on. There's more that comes into this and making this work the way we want it to work. So today, what are we talking about?
Today, I want to talk about close proximity to blackness. A lot of non-colored people feel it because either A, they lived in the ghetto, B, their grandma, auntie, cousin, TT from down the street has a black boyfriend or a black girlfriend. So therefore, they feel like they can also voice their opinion in black spaces. And I want to understand why you think your proximity to blackness means that you also have a voice within blackness. Yeah.
Dang, that would have been a great question for someone who But I definitely understand that. I feel like inviting people into that space may blur the boundaries that are necessary. There was a TikTok, again, here I go, referencing. I've actually brought this up on the podcast before, referencing a video. I can't really say where it was just TikTok. But there was a white woman, and she had her biracial children, and her husband was black, and it was about the child's experience in class. It was some racist terms being thrown around, and I didn't hear the father really talk. I didn't hear the biracial children talk. It was her being the spokesperson, and I'm not saying she can't speak on saying what happened, but I feel like it was not just her space to do so. Like,
yeah,
she should have allowed them to voice the way that they were feeling, how they interpreted the situation. But it seemed like she was the only one who was allowed that voice. And
and then that's how. Because my question is, if you being from the hood and you listening to all the black people music means that you also are black, and you know what I hate? I hate y'all seen it on Twitter where non-black people tell black people, I'm more black than you. Like, what?
That's a thing. I don't get on Twitter.
Said that. What's that girl? That girl from Love and Hip Hop. Once upon a time I was a.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, and I'm admitting it. I won't take it back, cause I did the shit.
I don't know if it was.
I'm bloated, y'all. I ate.
What's that? I want to call her Cuban doll. Not Cuban doll. I don't give about none of that.
About none of that.
What's her name?
I don't know. Why would you ask me?
I don't know. Anyways, I think they were having a back and forth, and she was like to her, Asian doll. Thank God. She was like to Asian doll, I'm more black than you, and I'm just like, in what world are you more black than her? And just because you do your hair a certain way, or because you engage with black men, or like what
is black?
What makes you black?
No, what? Yeah, you have to ask like, what the definition of black is.
Like, what is it? What's your definition of black?
I think you can see. I wouldn't say black is just.
I don't see color.
I need you to, because that's part of the problem. I need you to see it and be okay with there being different colors, different races, different ethnicities. When someone says I'm more blacker than you and you are not black, it's weird, because what are you associating with black?
Or okay, not because you're black.
Yeah, but I know that I'm yellow.
If you don't have like any black within you, your mama, we're gonna go 2 generations down. If 2 generations down was not Negroes, I'm so sorry.
No,
you have been canceled.
She said this when you saw my grandma, she was like, Tat, you're black. And I was like,
I saw her grandma. You weren't lying this whole entire time. You are black.
Yeah, but my dad is very
super white, and he just he said no. You're not gonna be black. Your skin will be bright.
Yes.
So yeah, you definitely took on your dad's side.
I definitely did.
Definitely. But her grandma was like, okay, Tat, you're one of us. You actually are one of us. You are an ally. You are
not an ally.
You are an ally. You know, I was kind of skeptical until I saw that picture. I said, wow, she was not lying these years at all.
I think a tall, what is it? A tall tale?
I understood.
All right. But is when somebody goes so deep, so hard into it. Like people, I've told people my family's from Haiti or whatever, and they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, okay. No need to argue with you because I don't care. If you say what you said and I know where I am and what I've learned and the culture that I grew up in, the food I was eating, if I know that and you're trying to tell me different, you shouldn't have even asked me since you already know.
Yeah.
But when somebody's going so hard at saying, no, I'm this, like trying to prove it, I feel like.
Because if you're it, you're it. You don't have to go back and forth.
Yeah.
And she got me freshman year. She was like, I'm Haitian. I'm like, no, you're not. She's like, yes, I am. She's like, why would that be the thing that I just make up? Like, I'm Haitian.
What would be the lie?
And that shut me up. I was like, well, there's no reason me going back and forth with her. She said what she said. I just have to believe her, and I believed her, and then that was just that.
Yeah. People and who was I talking to that said no? You need to say you're Dominican.
Someone from TikTok.
Oh yes,
yeah,
and I'm like,
TikTok.
I need to say I'm Dominican.
Yes.
I don't know. There's nothing wrong with Dominicans. I don't have the language. I don't speak the language. I don't know any stories about the country deeply because my family's roots are not there. It could be the same island, but it's like, I'm not connected to it. I don't care if somebody says, well, you look more Dominican than Haitian. That can be fine. If that's your prerogative, then that's your prerogative. But I know pickles, I know griot, I know suspois, I know I know that. That's what I know. I know I have Haitian pride, 1804 to the day I die. Like that's what I know. And we speak Creole in the house, French with my grandma, like that.
Yeah,
that resonates.
And I think that would be different if you weren't American. Like if I feel like you could be a white Haitian.
Yeah.
But you cannot be a black white person in America. That does not work. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
You said you can't be a black white person here
in America.
If I was the same complexion, same look, but I had the Haitian accent and I was born in Haiti, it would be more acceptable.
Because that is your culture. That's all you know. Like that's literally where you are from. But because you don't talk like that to your mama, you don't talk like that to your daddy, you don't talk like that in family functions. So therefore, you only do it around certain black people. And now I'm supposed to think you're black. And that's like a lot of the reason why I didn't like certain like non-people of color that I work with, because I just felt like when I would address them or talk to them, I would talk to them in a certain way, and then they would
respond back
to me like,
and you're like, you did not just. You didn't just do that.
You don't talk to me like I'm not talking to you with respect, or I'm not talking to you like with proper English. Okay, I'm choosing not to talk to you like that. So don't talk to me like that. I didn't give you that okay to talk to me like that.
Because they don't do that in I guess every place is their safe place, but like with they're a comforting place with their family, because the way when I code switch, my mom knows how I sound code switching.
Yes.
She knows how I sound when I'm speaking Creole.
Yes.
She knows how I sound when I'm trying to be proper, get a job. She knows she knows. There's no like
surprise.
My mom will never come out and be like, I never heard you talk like that. What do you She knows. She knows.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of them don't. Like you say
if
that
your
when you're
mom would
talking
heard you talk like that, she would have a heart attack. What have you done with my child? So it's just like, you guys you do it for the convenience of like, oh, I can do it, and I don't think that's right. And then because you do it, you think you have somehow convince yourself I too am black, and that's really, really weird to me. So I really feel like blackness is an experience, and even though you are in a like lighter spectrum and I'm more of the darker spectrum, there's an experience that we both have that non-black people will not ever experience.
And even to go deeper, that's why colorism also affects that black experience. Even though we experience something different from a non-black person, we as two black people experience two different ways of being interpreted by society or being treated differently through society. So I just feel like having that mixture, we already have within the black community this kind of disconnect because of colorism.
Yeah.
So adding that is just, I don't know, more difficult.
Yeah, because my thing is if all it takes is proximity to blackness for you to identify as someone who is, I don't even know why you would want to, like,
then that would have to work both ways.
Yes.
So that means if I'm around you, then by proximity, I need the wealth.
Please, okay? Give me my acre and my 7 mules. Please.
7 acres and a mule.
Please. I need that right now in a 850 credit.
I'm almost there.
I need that. That doesn't make sense. Like, your proximity to something or people or place does not mean that you also have the right to speak on their plight, have the right to voice your opinion, unless they are inviting you. But y'all, we gotta stop inviting. I'm not inviting them, but we gotta stop inviting them.
You're invited to the cookout.
No, it's not cute, because
that was a trendy thing. Like when they saw like people, non-people of color, like seasoning the food or cleaning the chicken, they're like, oh yeah, she definitely invited to the cookout. That's how it was.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. At all, because I feel like if that's also true, then me having a mother and a father and a brother, then I would know how it feels to be a mother. I would know how it feels to be a father. I would know how it feels to be a brother. I don't know how it feels to be any of them. I've not been with them for a majority of my life. My close proximity doesn't make me.
No, that I agree. It just, when you said that, it just reminded me, like, I was playfully saying, because it's songs, like certain songs that I know, and okay, Boyz II Men on Bended Knee, and one of the people was playing it. I was like, what you know about this? Just playing around, like, what you know about this? And I already know they don't know it too well because they weren't saying the right words, but they kind of got the melody. But I was just playing, what you know about this? And oh, I know about this. I grew up in the hood. So is Boyz II Men only for the people in the hood?
Only for the people. Only for the people in the hood.
Right.
Only for the people in the hood. And then you sound ignorant. That means to me, you think blackness is the hood. You think blackness,
and that's not what that is.
It's struggle. You don't think blackness as successful. You don't think blackness as excellent. You think blackness as the struggle.
Yes.
Okay, and that's not what blackness is.
And the way that your brain can associate that is wild. Because I'm thankful. I didn't grow up in the hood. I didn't grow up in the best parts, but I mean, like, there's worse parts here in Jax.
Yeah.
And I feel like, really, when you mind your business, you're good. Like, it may look kind of run down, but if you mind your business,
you're good.
You're literally good.
No, but I'm in the hood. I'm in the ghetto.
Like, what? Why did you say it? Yeah, I didn't like that. I don't know. That just made me think of that. I was like, why would you say that?
Because it's ignorance. And that just shows that you do not have conversation. You don't have good black people around you. And then you don't have intellectual conversation with black people.
Because you already put them in a box. That's where those like those backhanded compliments come from. When, like, let's say a black woman comes in and she's telling you about her law degree and the case that she's recently been on. Actually, she probably won't be doing that. She's not trying to get in trouble. But what I'm saying is she's well spoken, and you're like, wow, you speak really well for a black girl.
Was I not supposed to?
Did you just judge me?
Was I not supposed to? What was I supposed to sound like?
Yes, it's like that's what you associate with when you see black skin. You associate that ignorance or whatever you want to say. You associate it with that.
But I'm not racist.
So when you meet someone who has black skin and has different character traits from what society put in your head to associate with them, that's not an outlier. That's not like a, oh my God, did you see her? She said the whole word. No, this
I
happens.
I think people like that are low key telling on themselves without even knowing.
No, that's high key. They blatantly say it out loud.
You telling on yourself, you don't even know that you're ignorant, because you putting black people in a certain box and then saying, oh, because they have all these things and I also have them, that also means that I too can relate to black plight. And it's like, no, you cannot.
No.
You can't go 400 plus years, baby. I don't know who else went through that 400 plus years.
Yup.
We're not the same.
Mm-mm.
And if that's the case, then you can say you can relate to.
Don't be offensive.
If that's the case, then you can say that you can relate to your mom, you can relate to your dad because of the close proximity that you have with them.
That's not how that works, though.
Do you know how it feels to be a man? Yeah, you know, having your dad in your whole entire life, like how does? Yeah,
I think I actually I know how it feels, because I would see him get ready for work, and I had to get ready for work one time, and he had to leave and work many jobs, but I had to work one, and I think if I just triple that in my head, I kind of have that idea. Yeah. So I'm basically the breadwinner, the husband, the father of the house.
Yeah. So you basically just run everything. Right. Like, yeah. So you know how it is. You know that much. Struggle, the weight it carries.
And it's a lot. Like,
yeah. Like, that's what y'all sound like. That's what y'all sound like, and y'all think that it's like, oh, I'm trying to relate. No, you're being ignorant. You're not trying to relate. You're being ignorant, because y'all don't relate like that with nobody else. But when it comes to black culture, but when it comes to black people, it's okay for me to say this or do this because I am also from the ghetto.
Yeah,
and it's like, what?
It's still not the same.
If you poor, just say I'm poor. Do not bring us black people within it.
Yeah,
okay, don't do that.
There was a guy who said a joke like that. Everyone liked the joke because he was like, he's like, he lived in a trailers too or something, and he was like, why would I fight for this just so I could be your neighbor? And I get the humor that he was trying to put on it, but the whole point of it was still the black experience is still the same. You could be a white person who is a black person's neighbor, but once y'all leave where you stay at and you go to a public area, y'all are still not treated the same way. You're not treated the same way. So I understand you're living in a similar place as me. You're my neighbor. But you're not gonna accidentally get shot for walking. The way you're treated is not the same neighborly way. Okay, it's not the same. You're not gonna be looked at like, oh, this could be a suspect. You look like the suspect we're looking for. Yeah, no. So I completely understand what you're saying, but it's just not the same. Y'all just be ignorant, and I don't understand that. Like, so if you're that person who likes to say, oh, I'm from the ghetto, or, you know, my people were poor too, or I was raised with black people. You could be raised. We probably all have family members, siblings. Do you understand your siblings' brain and how they process things and how they do things? Because you could really look at your siblings like, why the fuck did you do that? Act like that, bro? Like why are you like that?
That pissed me off for real. Why do you act like that?
Like what?
The way that you act. You don't see how you act why people don't want to be around you?
No.
Look how you act.
I know.
You just like, when they talk, you're just like,
like, why are you like that? You can't understand their mindset or their process when they think of things. But for some reason, you feel like you can relate to a whole community
based off of something so simple as that.
We both breathe air.
I breathe the same air as you, so I know exactly how you feel.
No. 2023, let's change that now, please. 2023.
Well, so what's your take on today? I saw a clip of, I had already seen one about Morgan Freeman when they said, so what do we do about race? And he's like, stop addressing it. Like, I will stop saying that you're a white man, and I want you to stop saying I'm a black man. I had seen that, like, I don't remember, like 2-3 years ago or something like that. But now I saw another video. I don't know how recent this is, but Idris Elba said,
oh yeah, I was literally thinking about that.
He said he doesn't want to be labeled as a black actor anymore. So do you think that would save the issue or that type of argument if we were to stop shedding light on racism and race in general? Would that kind of get rid of racism?
I'm slighted because in my bio I say Black Inventor. Check me out, Yaya the Great. Wait, that's not my Instagram name. What is it? It is
Yaya the Great One.
Yaya the Great One. Y'all check me out. And then when I saw Idris is my husband, I don't know if you guys know, 3 months, one of these rings, he got it.
3 months and I'm keeping it.
I'm keeping it. Yeah. I felt some type of way. I felt like I had to do a little bit of soul searching within myself when I saw that. Because I'm just like, yeah, I think because of 400 plus years that happened, it's really, really hard.
It's hard to let that go.
It's really hard to let go. It's really, really hard to let go. But yes, you want to say, I'm an actor. Don't put me in this label. I'm a Black actor. I'm just an actor. I'm a really, really good actor. I'm not a really good Black actor. I'm a really good actor. Because I feel like in a way it could be a backhanded compliment. Like, you're only good in the Negro League. Okay. Yes, you're not really good in the elite league. Yeah.
But it's like, on the other hand, it could feel empowering because you're saying there's not many, and I'm one of the greats. But that's the part that's like, so if in the Black community we could address it, then that would be empowering for us. But we can't just address it to the Black community because it's public. It's so public. Yeah. So I feel like it would be better to not do that.
I'm not sure because I don't know if. I think you just have to do what's good for yourself. If he feels like it's holding him back from, taking on other roles and doing other things,
he's
by
Idris
him.
Elba.
I mean, they losing the bag. Yeah, if he's feeling like that, then you do what's good for you. But me, because I'm so in tune with my Blackness, and I am the first to do X, Y, and Z, but I'm the first Black. Also, okay, because I wear my Black, and it's not saying that he doesn't wear his Black proudly, but that's just where he is in his life and his mindset, where he feels like, I'm good at this shit regardless of being white or Black. I'm good. I don't know if I'm gonna get there, and I don't know if that's a right or a wrong to get to that mindset. It's whatever it is within yourself that you feel like that. For me, I'm not gonna get rid of I'm Black inventor. I'm just not, because I am a Black inventor.
Do you think that helps more like small scale, like people around you to overly emphasize, I am a Black inventor, I am a Black full-time student, I am a Black full-time worker, and I'm doing all three of those simultaneously? Yeah, it's good to say that in this small kind of amount of people that we're around, because other people are going to relate. There's other Black,
and I think that's why it's so important, because within our community, and that's why it's so important, because like, you are basically someone's looking up to you.
Yes, that's why I said
it's motivation. Scale. Yeah, it's a motivation to someone else. So a little Black boy, a little Black girl, like, they see you like, wow, this
do that
Black
too.
Person did this too. So like, I can. This. So I think it's very empowering. But again, everybody has different values and morals and what they think is important to them. So not saying that it's right or wrong, but where he is in his life, he feels like, no,
he doesn't need to have that as another label.
Yeah.
Like, he broke that down to where it's like, he's already empowered himself that far. So and that now could be easier for him to just
individualistic thinking, like where I've gotten mine. Not saying this is what he's thinking, babe. That's not what I'm saying,
we don't know.
But I'm just saying,
in proximity to him, we're not.
He could just be like, just thinking about himself, because I feel like we tend to forget that we have people who are looking at us, even when we don't think that are looking at us. And we might feel like, nobody really cares, but there's somebody out there who cares and who's watching, who's waiting for you to win, so that they could feel like they won also. So they could feel like, get that motivation, like, I need to start doing stuff. They did it. Now it's my turn to do it. And that's why it's important to put Black
in front of it.
Period.
I feel the reason, it's weird, because for me, I just feel like it's a double-edged sword. Yeah. I feel like the pros in saying it are the empowerment aspect. But I also feel like, and it's so weird because the way it mirrors each other, and I feel like the con or the pro on the other side of not saying it is like, you're allowing yourself to be, no, if you don't say Black this, Black whatever, you're empowering yourself to be like, I don't have to be the Black nothing, because that's already a hurdle that is already jumped. I made it here.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. I made it here. I
Mhm.
became what I became. I am this actor. I became this lawyer. I didn't have to jump over the hurdle of being Black. But I also feel like at a smaller scale, you do have to jump over that hurdle because you're viewed so differently by society that it is extremely important to say, I am Black and was capable of doing this, and you are Black and you are capable of doing this.
Yeah.
So I just feel like he's at such a high level right now. It's easier for him to break that boundary down and be like, I don't have to include I'm Black. I'm Idris Elba.
So what do you think that says for our community?
I don't know if it's good or bad. Is it good for him because he's taking that label off, or is it bad because you're disassociating
yourself with the Black community?
That's why I'm like, I don't have a solid answer in this.
We don't have the answer, Sway.
We don't. Wait a couple years, we come back and be like, we always had the answer. No, but I'm.
That's just where he is in his life, where he feels like he doesn't have to say Black, or he doesn't want people to be like, oh, he's Black, and it really is a double-edged sword because it's just like, you know, you're only good for the Negro elite, you're not good enough for this elite, and it's just like, why am I not good enough for this elite? Why am I only good enough within the Black community?
I don't know, man, but y'all leave some comments down below. Do you agree with us? Do you not agree with us? Do you? But
my thing is, ultimately, people who want to support you will support you, whether you put Black or not. The people who are truly there for you are going to be there for you.
Yeah.
So 100%. You also don't want to have people who aren't there for you, and when something happens to you, there's a scandal, and then everybody falls back and like, what happened to all your supporters? I don't know. So, so I just feel like you just do what's right for you, and if he can go to sleep at night knowing that
I believe he can.
I mean, he's with me.
Count sheets, whatever
he's with me, so he's good. We good over here.
So that is a good segue into our last episode about delusions.
We good over here. Don't worry about him. He good over here.
I'm not gonna play with her because I'm delusional too.
But yeah,
I got a whole bunch of them. You know.
But yeah, no, I don't know. It's a sticky situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really have a solid answer. I'm teeter-tottering about how I feel about using it and not using it. Like I said, I see the pros and cons on both, so it's really hard for me to. Maybe I would have to make a list to see which one I'm leaning the most on. I don't know.
I say Black and then remove all the people who. That's like a really easy way to remove the people who shouldn't even be there.
Yeah.
I like that. What else you got for me?
That was one question. I had another one because I was watching Fresh and Fit. I don't remember.
What else you got for me?
So we're running close on time.
We are.
Well, I had that question. It's your turn.
I had the close proximity.
Right, and then I did mine, so it's your turn.
Y'all see how she do me?
So what's the question?
My question is, who have you invited to the cookout?
Oh.
You invited people to the cookout?
You know, it hurt my feelings.
Ooh, oh, that girl?
Yeah, y'all. I was open and I was like, we had conversations about this stuff. I'm like, you know what?
She coming to the cookout.
You right here with me. Years later, said something I did not like. That
appreciate
that nobody who she had no business saying it. And I'm thinking to myself, in that moment, y'all, every conversation I've ever had about slavery, about how Black people were treated, about the Haitian Revolution, I told her about the Haitian Revolution. All that stuff just went in my head like boom, 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 boom. And I'm thinking about the responses she had and how she like nurtured that. Like she's like, I understand that. It's disgusting and all of that. And I'm like, lo and behold. Look, so
you don't think she understood, or you think she was?
No, I think she understood fully, and she doesn't care. But she made me think that she did, because if you truly did care, then you wouldn't say something like that, and you did. That's all I'm saying.
So do you think? Well, is she understood, but she doesn't care?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just not a good person.
No, and I felt like I was really comfortable to tell you about these things, but if you were really truly present in the conversations that we were having, then I don't care how mad you were.
That would never be a response.
That's not something that you would say. You would never respond in that manner.
Yeah.
So that was like,
no.
I was shocked for real, y'all.
Child, I never invited nobody to the cookout.
I was shocked.
You already know
not
me.
After that.
Oh, you already know me. Like,
but I do want to add that she was kind of like pushed into the cookout, and we were just side by side, and I was like, "What you doing? Okay, let's talk." And that's how that started. I didn't go out my way, but yeah,
it don't even matter, bro.
That was a lot. That really made me feel away because I'm like, you don't care.
You don't.
And I'm thinking to myself, the way I interpreted that was, we would always be around each other, and you could get mad and do this. So if I meet somebody who I have no relation to, no connection to,
you gonna dog them out. For them to you gonna dog this. It's nothing. It's nothing to it.
Like,
it's nothing to it.
Yeah, no, and I don't care how mad you get. I
if
really
that
don't
is your
see...
first response, like a racial slur,
yeah, that's
or
weird.
You coming at them crazy because that's why your dad X, Y, and Z. Like, it was always in your heart. Oh my God.
That was always there.
You know what that reminded me of?
What?
Of work. When we're at the meeting.
What was it?
That's why you don't speak English.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was intense. Because I was like, is this real life? Did I tell you I had a heart murmur? You really trying to think my...
Stop doing that. So we had like a role play at work. And, you know, she said something that was wild. And I understand it was a role play. But it's like...
But it came with, like... I don't know. That the acting was too good.
It was too good. I said it was in your head. You always had that in your head.
Yeah.
You always had... I never had that in my head. I don't care.
No.
Because, baby, me and you in the same boat.
No, I feel like this is the thing. I understand. So I don't... Even if you don't have... the same accent, but you have an accent, I still feel like I can understand what you're saying.
Yes.
And even if I can't, I will ask you to, I'm sorry, but I'll ask you to repeat it until I do get it. But I have mad patience when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But I feel like certain people, they hear one thing and they're like, oh, I don't understand. You didn't let her finish.
That's so rude.
But you didn't let her finish to say what she had to say. Of course, you didn't get it.
Because when they leave America and they go traveling to these other countries, they be looking dumb and they be wanting everybody and their mama to speak English. No, because we're not in America. We're not in America.
And that's the first thing. We're in America. You didn't speak
hate
English.
that. I hate that. When I was in Belgium with my cousin and my brother, we went shopping, and you know I speak a little parle français un peu. And I don't know. Do I scream American? I hope I don't scream American. She started speaking English to me, and I was just like, no. I started speaking French to her back because I don't know. I'm in your home. Don't try to make me comfortable. I don't like that. I want you to be comfortable. And then my cousin was like, that's kind of rude. I'm like, no, because I don't think that's fair that the whole world got all y'all in the chokehold learning English. I don't know. No, to me, it's like, no, I'm here. I want to learn. And I want to better my French. So let's speak in French. But that's the thing.
In those countries, in different countries, they are pushed to learn multiple languages. Here, we're pushed to learn enough to pass the test. Enough to pass the test.
Enough to look at the teacher and nudge them.
Yes.
Hey, come on now.
Yes, and then there's people like that, okay, in I think it was Belgium too. I think Raven, when she went to Europe, that's where she was. And the guy spoke 5 different languages. And she was like, that's crazy. You speak 5 different languages. He was like, yeah, it's not that bad because I don't speak enough. And I'm like,
no, let's test my cousin. They speak a lot of language.
Yeah.
Dutch, Germans don't speak Dutch, right? They don't. Okay.
But no,
English, French.
Yes. And I learned, okay, so you just brought me there. One of our patients is German. And I said, oh, I know a little German. And I said, ich liebe dich. And then she was laughing.
This is you, ich liebe dich.
Ich liebe dich or ich liebe dich. I don't know. But, and then she was laughing. And then she's like, you know, like in Germany, we'll think it's weird. If my doctor said that to me, it would be weird. Or a stranger saying, like, we're not like Americans. We don't say I love you like that.
Oh. Yeah, bro, we'd be on the phone, patient be like, I love you. And I'm just like, I love you too.
No, but yeah, she said that. She was like, no, it's really weird. I'm like, oh. And then she joked around. She was like, I each live you too. I was like, oh.
You're the real one.
You're the real one. So, yeah, Yeah, but
no.
you're supposed to know. I feel like you're
Do
supposed
you think
to know
that was
those.
rude for speaking to her back in French? Because I just feel like it'd be one thing if I didn't understand, okay? But I just...
No, if you understand it, I feel like that's better for them.
Yes.
To speak in the language that they're most comfortable.
And they're like, they're accommodating to you, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't like that.
Did you continue speaking French?
Yes.
Oh, then it worked.
But she continued speaking English to me.
Oh. Yeah, I thought she started speaking back French.
No, well, she was like, at the end, thank you. I'm just like, de rien, merci.
Ooh, de rien.
I don't know. I'm coming to your country. I want to learn your language.
I do too.
I don't know.
I need to go to some countries. But yeah, but I know that over here, like in America, it's really like, oh my gosh, you know another language? Because I know Raven would ask me, like there was one time when we were at school and she asked me, so how do you see it when you hear, like when you're reading French and seeing, like speaking in English, how do you do that? And then I said to myself and I'm like,
you just know.
I can't tell you what it does in here. It just does it. It's
like you listen, if I play 3 different people, if I play Lotto, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi, you're going to know who's who. It's like that.
Yeah, so I was telling her I really don't know. So when my mom speaks Creole to me, I don't see it in English.
You just know.
Yes.
You just know.
Yeah, but she was so like, that's so cool. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know enough. I really don't know.
I'm struggling. I'm dying here. I don't know anything.
I don't know anything.
I have bamboozled y'all to think that I speak this language and I don't.
I speak all 3 languages broken. Well, English is good now. Kind of. I still slip up a little bit. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's just what I said. Like, if you were to hear 3 different people speaking, you would know what it is. Like, you would know who's talking, who's saying what.
Yeah.
You know, you could be in the middle of the store, or no, or like somebody, you're a child, could be in the middle of the store. That was so hard. And you could be like, mom, your mom is gonna know that. No, that's me, right? That's my child. No, that's my child right there. And you just know.
We're about to end it right here.
Okay, y'all.
That's my child right there. 3 months pregnant, and I'm keeping it. All right, y'all. We're gonna catch you on the flippity flop, and hopefully we'll have our interviewees here with us. So
yes, tell us what y'all think about close proximity. Is that enough for you to say you're Black? Is it enough to say your mom struggle, your dad struggle? Can you relate to them?
Let us know in the comments below. So as I've said before, it's your girl Typical Tat, aka Tatsua D, and your girl Yaya the Great One, aka Vasilisa G, and we are signing off. Peace.